In addition to its world-class skiing, the Alps and Dolomites of Europe's winter ski resorts are renowned for the picture-perfect alpine villages and star-studded resort towns at their bases. The world's top ski resorts can be found in the mountains of Italy, France, Switzerland, and Austria. The scenery is so breathtaking it defies description, and many of them have lift systems that allow access between multiple summits in a single journey, frequently in a single day. One ski run can last for several hours since it descends down into the center of the village below from a height in the mountains. Most resorts include easy and intermediate terrain, and many have slopes and lifts specifically for beginners and learners. Each resort has its own personality and flavor, not to mention breathtaking vistas of snow-capped peaks. Choose a ski vacation based on your particular preferences. You won't be disappointed in the skiing at any of these fantastic resorts in France, Switzerland, Austria, Italy, or Germany. There's no reason to ski the same run twice during a holiday at numerous European ski resorts. High altitudes, more than a dozen peaks in Italy's Dolomites alone reach 3,000 meters, and the Alps soar much higher, offer consistent snow conditions, so you can rely on gliding over powder for a lengthy season. Although skiing is the primary factor in the rankings following, ratings also take into account the overall quality of the skiing experience for skiers of all skill levels. Our list of the top ski resorts in Europe might help you plan your upcoming winter ski trip. Courchevel, France. Courchevel is the largest and most well-known of the numerous interconnected ski resorts known as Les Trois Vallées, Three Valleys, which comprise Europe's largest ski domain. In addition to the 150 kilometers of alpine routes accessible via Courchevel's 60 lifts, these connect to a total of 600 kilometers of interconnected ski runs, as well as 4 glaciers. The entire area is divided into 10 peaks with elevations exceeding 2,500 meters. Courchevel is particularly family-friendly, with free chairlifts serving the novice sections and magnetic safety jackets for youngsters on the lifts. Courchevel is known for its luxurious lodgings and superb cuisine at numerous Michelin-starred restaurants, in addition to its world-class skiing. Val-d'Isère, France. Val-d'Isère and adjacent Tignes share a high valley, surrounded by 3,000-meter peaks, and provide 300 kilometers of skiable terrain, served by more than 150 ski lifts. This is the enormous E-Space Kili, named after Olympic triple gold medalist Jean-Claude Killy, a Val-d'Isère native. The lowest terrain is at an elevation of 1,550 meters, while the highest reaches 3,450 meters, extending the season into May. Skiing on the Glacier du Passalas is normally guaranteed until June or July. There is terrain for all ability levels, including slopes for novices and youngsters. Children may ride covered magic carpet lifts to mild downhill slopes, and ski instruction is excellent. Chamonix, France. The first Winter Olympics were held at Chamonix, which later garnered worldwide recognition for having some of the most difficult terrain on Earth. One of Chamonix's 6 ski regions, Grands Montets, offers slopes with the largest height disparity in the world. Even without the typical French alpine community, at its base, Chamonix would be a skiing symbol due to its location atop the snow-capped Mont Blanc, which stands at 4,807 meters as the tallest peak in all of Europe. It has some of the greatest and longest-lasting snow conditions in the Alps thanks to the mountain's altitude and the glaciers surrounding Chamonix, which provide a chilling effect that protects the snow. St. Anton am Arlberg, Austria. For no-nonsense, high-challenge skiing, serious skiers travel to Austria's Arlberg region, where they can find it on the more than a dozen super-expert lines at St. Anton. The challenging 10-kilometer Beluga-St. Anton route has a height difference of 1,347 meters and is the longest of these. However, even these red-marked pistes are much more difficult than those at other alpine destinations. St. Anton is renowned for its mega-mobiles, especially on Schindler Car, and for its 200 off-piste possibilities for expert skiers, many of which require a guide. The Run of Fame, a stunning new 85-kilometer circuit, takes expert skiers around the whole ski Arlberg skiing area. One of the top ski resorts in Europe, for nightlife, the village is a collection of traditional Tyrolean lodges and inns without much traffic, where you can access the lifts. Kitzbühel, Austria. In the Austrian Alps, close to Innsbruck and Salzburg, the walled village of Kitzbühel is the prettiest and most romantic ski resort. While Kitzbühel is home to upscale hotels and pricey stores similar to those in Cortina or St. Moritz, it also welcomes families and budget tourists with its tiny family run-ins. The 170 kilometers of skiable pistes in Kitzbühel, as well as the 280 kilometers in the neighboring ski Welt, served by 90 lifts, offer something for every level of skier. The infamous Hahnenkamm, the most difficult of all downhill races, is contested here annually, on terrain that can be up to 85% vertical in certain areas. The compact Biclam region was created specifically for riders and freestylers. Bus service connects Kitzbühel with the ski Welt, and both are included in the Kitzbühel Alps All-Star Card, which offers access to 9 different ski slopes in Austria. St. Moritz, Switzerland. It should be clear from the sheer number of international ski events held there that St. Moritz offers world-class skiing. In 1928 and 1948, this location hosted the Winter Olympics, and the Olympic ski jump is still used today for contests. One of Europe's first winter resorts, or even the first, according to some, St. Moritz continues to draw affluent visitors and exudes a definite air of elegance. Ice skating, tobogganing, Nordic skiing, bobsledding, and kite skiing are just a few of the activities available alongside skiing. Val Gardena, Italy. Between the peaks of the Gruppo del Sella, the 160 kilometers of trails and lifts in Val Gardena connect with those in numerous nearby valleys, resulting in over 400 kilometers of interconnected skiing, which also includes the Marmolada Glacier. One of the highest percentages in the Dolomites, about 2/3 of the terrain accessible from Val Gardena, is for advanced and expert skiers. But there are still more than 130 kilometers of skiing available for novice and intermediate skiers. Along with ample natural snow and state-of-the-art grooming, Val Gardena's infrastructure is top of the line. Its 81 lifts include Italy's first 8-seater chairlift with heated seats on the Piz Sella, offering a direct connection to the Sella Ronda route. Val Gardena is included in the Dolomiti Superski Pass, allowing access to 11 other resorts in the region. Zermatt, Switzerland. Long runs are popular in Zermatt, some of which end in the village. You can practically ski home. The world's highest 3S cableway, the Matterhorn Glacier Ride, launched for the 2019 ski season and can transport 2,000 skiers per hour to the glacier. The glacier, which is 3,883 meters above sea level, allows skiing all year long. The first staff-free gondola in Switzerland, the 10-person Come to the Unterrothorn region, opened for business in December 2020. A 100-passenger aerial tramway connecting Zermatt with the Testa Grigia border station between Switzerland and Italy opened this year. Cortina d'Ampezzo, Italy. The Cinctori, 5 craggy peaks, high in the Italian Dolomites, offer the upscale town of Cortina d'Ampezzo both a stunning backdrop and exceptional skiing. Following the 1956 Winter Olympics, which took place here, the world's most attractive individuals began to flock to Cortina, making it their favored winter destination for many years. It still features the upscale stores and hip entertainment options you'd anticipate of a sophisticated European ski resort, despite the fact that its customer has grown significantly. Zugspitze, Germany. The Zugspitze, which rises to a height of 2,962 meters, is the tallest peak in Germany. The picturesque Bavarian town of Garmisch-Partenkirchen, located at its base, adds to Zugspitze's appeal to skiers. A 360-degree panorama that spans up to 250 kilometers and includes mountain summits in 4 different countries can be seen from the summit, which is now reachable by a new cable car. You may ski the glacier, which is 2,700 meters above sea level and accessible from the top of the lifts, even when the valley's skies are clouded. The 40 kilometers of routes in the Garmisch Classic Ski Area, interconnected across 3 mountains, Hausberg, Kreuzegg, and Alpspitze, offer plenty of options for skiers of all skill levels. The renowned Kandahar downhill and other courses that were used for the 1936 Winter Olympics and subsequent International Alpine Skiing Championships offer significant challenges. Courmayeur, Italy. Courmayeur is the place to be seen for the expensive ski set from Milan in Turin, because it combines the difficulties of terrain, best suited to experts and intermediates, with the splendor of the most opulent Swiss and French ski resorts. Although there are beginner-friendly slopes in the nearby town of Delaune, experienced skiers are better suited to this area. However, cross-country skiers will adore the 20-kilometer network of routes starting at Val Ferret, near Courmayeur. There isn't much improvement in the area's scenery. Given the clientele, it should come as no surprise that lodging and dining in Courmayeur are expensive. Grindelwald Wengen and the Jungfrau, Switzerland. The several summits in the Jungfrau Massif, that rise to 400 meters or above, can depend on consistently heavy snow, and these ski resorts are renowned for their lengthy courses. Skiers and snowboarders can choose from 206 kilometers of ski runs, spread across the mountain range's steep slopes and high-altitude valleys, with quaint alpine villages full of chalets and lodges, waiting for them when they return from a day spent playing in the snow. The largest amateur skiing competition in the world, the Inferno Race, is held here every year. You can access courses as long as 12 kilometers, by using dozens of cable cars and lifts. It's not all treacherous inclines. Beginners and intermediate skiers will enjoy the slopes near the alpine town of Wengen, while freestylers will enjoy the Grindelwald first superpipe and off-piste terrain. Les Arcs and La Plagne, France. Les Arcs is connected to the resorts of La Plagne and Paisy-Val-Landry for a combined ski terrain of routes totaling 425 kilometers, as part of the Paradisky area, one of France's largest interconnected ski domains. Together, Les Arcs and La Plagne offer world-class skiing for skiers of all abilities. Experts will like Les Arcs' long black routes and off-piste region's steep terrain. The open routes at a higher altitude, and the more protected wooded trails below will appeal to skilled intermediate skiers, but some lengthy, narrow catwalks and fall-line runs will test less skilled intermediates. Les Arcs is not a ski destination for beginners, which is why it is connected to La Plagne. La Plagne has easier top slopes for beginners and intermediate skiers and more difficult lower woodland tracks. Madonna di Campiglio, Italy. The Brenta Dolomites, north of Verona, are less well known than the Eastern Dolomites, yet Madonna di Campiglio has some of Italy's best-kept routes and the elegant ambience of Cortina di Ampezzo. Ski lifts may be used to access more than 150 kilometers of trails and slopes, including expert challenging routes with a 70% grade. The Ursa Snowpark is one of Europe's greatest for freestylers, and diehards can ski into the night on lit courses. Davos Klosters, Switzerland. The cities of Davos, Klosters, and Parson together make up one of Europe's biggest ski resorts, with a continuous slope overlooking the Landwasser Valley in eastern Switzerland. With its alpine village charm and convenient access to all three, Klosters makes for the finest base. More than 300 kilometers of groomed runs total over the terrain, with more than half of them reserved for intermediates. For the most difficult terrain and some of the longest runs in the Alps, including one as long as 13 kilometers, experts travel to Parson, which is halfway between Davos and Klosters.